My God, it's nice out here. It's almost as nice as when I'm watching the Two Cubes podcast. It's so goddamn nice out here. If I didn't follow and subscribe to the Two Cubes podcast, I'd really feel like a moron right now. Really, really dumb. It's unbelievable. It's unprecedented. Really. I'd feel like a real aft hole. The aft side of this boat is where they throw everyone who doesn't like and subscribe to the Two Cubes podcast. This has been a message from your sponsors. I don't know if this will be the week that I'm me, but let's find out.
What are we gonna do for Halloween? We gotta dress up.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be Chris.
You're gonna be Chris.
I'll be welcome to the Two Cubes podcast. I'll be Chris for Halloween maybe, and Sam will be Aaron, and we're gonna be just disgusting versions of them. Maybe I'll be Aaron, and Sam could be Chris. That'll be fun. Joey will be D, the dog. Welcome to us.
Yes, we are here.
You may have noticed that Chris looks a little different today, but he's back there. He's just asleep. Fucking loser.
You got hammered all day. Again.
Yeah, he's wasted.
He's lost in the sauce.
Yeah, it's okay. He fell asleep. It's all right.
Yo, Chris.
Yeah, he's out today. But anyway, that's okay. We are here to. I love the All That shirt, by the way. I didn't get to.
Thank you.
I didn't get to talk about it yet, but I love it. I like the.
It's fun to wear because like there's definitely some older people who have no idea what the fuck that is, and they're like, "What does that guy think he's all that?"
Well, that and all the young people don't know what the hell that means.
Yeah,
so.
the young ones don't. I think it'll come back though, dude. I really
all
do.
that the kids sketch show.
No, I think not that it'll come back and they'll redo it. I mean, it's possible, but I think like they'll start showing it again.
I mean, it's on.
But like
Paramount Plus, I think.
Yeah. But I remember Nick at Night. You used to be able to watch all the late episodes. Like,
yeah, I mean, we'll see. I like the idea of a kid sketch show. I thought it was great. I loved all that. And Kenan Thompson, I think, is literally the best sketch.
He's the only one who made it out without like fucking up his life, dude. Everyone else did.
He's the only guy who.
Everyone else did some weird shit. Dude.
He's definitely done the most skits of any human in history, I think.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he's the most tenured Saturday Night Live guy, and before Saturday Night Live, he had a full sketch career, had all that.
He's the best who's probably, I mean, the longest career we've seen.
It's amazing.
He was made for it,
I guess. Just sort of nondescript black guy.
What kind of actor is that? Is it improv?
I think it's sketch comedy.
Sketch comedy. And that's weird because
I'm sure there's some improv to it, especially when you're a little kid.
But it's different kind of comedy because like he's writing out, sketches and scenes, and he's at this point, and then he's also playing characters.
I don't know if he had anything to do with writing anything on all that. And
not saying all that. I'm more saying
well,
SNL.
with SNL, I assume he writes skits. Yeah, he's got, I guess.
Yeah, it's like there's actual classes you can do for that.
Well, yeah,
compared to like a stand-up comedian. But
there's
no class.
Who's gonna teach Kenan Thompson how to?
I'm saying like, yeah. I'm just trying to put it into perspective of.
Oh yeah, I get it's amazing. Again, even like obviously there's Tim Robinson now. There's Shane Gillis coming up that are like outside of Saturday Night Live, because Saturday Night Live is
What exactly did Gillis do again?
To get fired, you mean?
Yeah, to get fired.
Made some kind of I don't know.
Jokes against
joke.
Asian
yeah.
people?
It was just but I don't even know it was specifically against. It was just a frowned upon. I don't know the specific joke.
I think he's funny
even
if
said,
like
it just
they went
wasn't
to
a funny
court
joke,
and he had to like say the joke.
Yeah, I think it like he was like, yeah, I don't know, it was just like a throwaway. I think it was like a thing he said like years earlier that came up, and he was like, I don't know. I say worse stuff than that constantly. He was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys heard in my podcast? He's like, I don't. Yeah, okay, whatever. And I've heard him talk about it since. You know, he hates it because he just balls up and he's like, yeah, I don't know. Everyone's like, oh, the best thing that ever happened to you is you got fired from SNL. He's like, I don't know. I kind of like that job.
Yeah.
But you know, obviously for him it worked out, but most people that wouldn't work out as well.
But like it's funny they like bring him back on. But I feel like SNL would do anything.
That episode, you know, it had some funny stuff.
No, but it was great. I'm saying like SNL to bring him back on if they really were like, we fired
They just needed people to watch the fucking show.
Yeah, they'll do anything. Like with some of the other comedians and actors they've had on, like they'll fucking come in off a bender and be like, he will get you coke. Just fucking rip this fucking set for us.
Oh man, so, have you seen the Mulaney special? His last one where he talks about all the like relapses and stuff.
No, and Mulaney's funny because I never caught that like vibe from him.
Oh yeah,
like
you should totally watch the one he did whatever a year or two ago. It's magnificent. It's him like telling stories about when he's all coked up and stuff. And he's like, yeah, years after I was on Saturday Night Live, I would just show up and like get my hair done before a dinner,
and then
by the people.
Wow.
And just like he was like, I would just run in there and be like, hey, yeah, you remember when you used to do my hair? Can you do that again? It's amazing. And he does it for a couple hours. He's just
wow.
But
so he's clean now, or he just
he's clean now.
Only the weekends.
No, he's clean now. I mean, again, I never got that idea from him either.
Yeah,
but apparently he was a monster, which is hilarious. He talks about his intervention, which apparently had like some of the heaviest hitters of all time, and he was like, "You're telling me you guys who are funny for a living are gonna come and roast me? No." He's like, "No, I'm gonna be the roaster here.
I'm the roaster." That is a tough spot to put a comedian in.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude, we should have moved that table like 3 inches closer.
It's okay. It's fun doing a full arm extension. There we go.
I wonder why Chris just doesn't chime in.
Yeah, I know. Fucking Chris over here.
He's got nothing.
Fucking.
Didn't even Google anything.
Weekend at Chris's, huh?
Yeah.
Wow,
no ice?
Nah, it'll be all right.
Do you think you would ever make a dirty Shirley that you can purchase like in large quantities, like a container like that?
I don't see why it wouldn't be doable. Dirty Shirleys are my wedding drink.
I know that, but it's just so funny. You always go red. Big red guy. Red's fed.
Yeah, red. Red's good stuff. I like red. Red, purple drinks. Yellow stuff. I don't know. It's not my fault. They make all the good stuff in red. Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Fucking.
Dude, remember the jungle juice at Dwyer's?
Specifically at Dwyer's? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The one we ruined.
Well, we had the
first batch. Didn't we drop it on when we brought it on the boat?
Yeah. No. The first year it was awesome, great time. We probably overdid it with
the Jesus juice.
Jesus juice. We did not need Jesus juice, but we still did it, and it was a fun time.
Well, that was a good time, but we still did somehow fumble the
next
the
year. No, the next year.
Oh, I thought we just didn't have all of it with us because
the
container was leaking and stuff. I remember the one cooler just
the
busted.
First year I brought this big Gatorade thing.
Yeah, that was great.
You know where it was from? Trainer Tom. Shout out Trainer Tom, dude.
Oh, there you
go. I stole one from him senior year.
Old TT, nice.
Yeah. I was like, I need this. We used it Memorial Day weekend, but I've been kicking.
See, I mostly was Trainer Joe guy.
Yeah, I know. I was on the transition.
I was there when he invented his invention that got him out of being a trainer.
What was it?
So it was I I don't know what the fuck it's called. It's an invention. It's a brace of some sort that reversed a. I have to put my drink down for this. It reversed a. So some people's solar plexus, when it's growing, it starts to grow outwards because it kind of hits like a mountain type thing, and it reverses that specific problem.
What is it? So just like a heart guard, really tight, so it's like
a pressurized, but it's got to be like specific spot. So like it's like a pressurized chest plate that he made that like clips that I don't know exactly all of it, but I know what it does. It's supposed to stop that. So
that's awesome.
So some people get their like chest would come out like this, and he made this thing that fixed it. So it would be normal.
Yeah, for that angle, it's coming out about an inch or two.
But like this rather than like this. Yeah. So it fixed that. So then he just retired. He was like, "Yeah, okay, cool, I'm good." And then Tom came in. I remember. I
heard good things about Joe. But
Trainer Joe was great. I mean, he was.
Trainer Tom was also cool.
It was a fun joke about Trainer Joe. I don't know. I guess it's kind of a pervert joke, but he wasn't a pervert. I spent tons of time in his office. I was constantly injured, but like, if you'd come in,
he said,
if you'd come in with like, yeah, maybe I was just ugly. Who knows?
You're definitely hurt, and you definitely need to be in my office.
But yeah, you'd come in and be like, I have a rolled ankle. Be like, all right, just pop the shirt off, and we'll get it. We'll get a look at it. Just pop the top there, and we'll get you on ice. Whole thing. Sit in the ice bath. It'll fix the whole
ice
thing.
Baths were awesome.
But I remember once I very clearly had broken my collarbone, and he got the fucking tongs out. Those vibration tongs.
To test your reflex?
No. It's supposed to be like to feel a nerve problem. So I had this. My whole shoulder was bulging out 3 inches. It was very clear I had broken my clavicle. And I broke my clavicle and my collarbone. Oof. And he walked over and he, you bang it with a little hammer and you push it against it. And if it hurts, it means there's like a problem. Holy shit, dude. I was like, oh my fucking... I like couldn't speak. I was like, what? Stop.
Yeah.
And he's like, does that hurt? I was like, incredible. Dude, are you kidding me?
Don't ever fucking do that again.
Dude, I'm going to physically harm you.
If you ever do that again to anybody.
It's like, stay away from me with that fucking thing, dude. And he was like, all right, yeah, you're going to want to go to x-rays. So I was like, I know I have to get x-rays, man. What are you talking about? I thought you were going to give me ice, not fucking ruin my life.
Unbelievable.
But he was awesome. He was, always very helpful with stuff. I used to, probably, I was no all-star, so probably bled the clock a little bit when I was leaving class like 1 o'clock for a 3 o'clock game.
To go get taped up.
To go start getting taped.
Fuck yeah, dude. I did show
start getting the ice. But I was on the soccer team as a goalie, and I would be like, I have a torn meniscus, and he'd be like, yeah, well, so you got to sit in the stim machine for an hour and a half. You got to ice up. Then you got to heat it back up. You don't want to be stiff. So I'd sit there for like so many hours.
I remember, dude. Yeah.
Just sitting there. Yeah, that's good. That's good right there. That's it. I'd do that for fucking hour, and he'd sit there and mend my knee and whatever. I have no idea why he was there during the day. Who knows?
Dude, it was awesome though, because if you had lunch or something,
oh my god!
Like,
again, I used to sometimes like I'd get whatever lunch started at 10 a.m. once we started that block scheduling. And
dude, why the fuck am I having lunch at 10 or 10:30? It was so fucking annoying.
It was an hour lunch. It would end at 11
when I want to have lunch,
and then and then it would be, I would just be like, well, nope, time to start going to the trainer. So I would just miss the entire afternoon. I would just skip the whole afternoon of school.
Yeah.
To do it. It was fucking incredible.
It was the best, dude. I loved it.
Yeah.
But back to Trainer Tom. So I stole the Gatorade, the big Gatorade thing that they use for the football games, like the whole 50.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's a 6-gallon with the little push button.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you guys know them, the Super Bowl ones.
We did the jungle juice in that. Perfect transform.
It was awesome,
like you could transport it to. Perfect. We drank it like all weekend.
For reference, our friend Dwyer has a lake house. It's awesome. Yeah. But his lake house is 100. It's the property's on the lake, but it's 100 yards from the house to the lake.
Maybe
because there's all that yard and 200 steps. So we were carrying this 5-gallon container full of liquid. We should just pour it on the boat, but it was full of liquid. So it's 70 pounds down like unstable stairs.
But you usually send up 2 freshmen to carry it to the bus. Like, why couldn't we just, you know what I mean? But it was an obstacle course, but we figured it out.
Because we overpacked like we do for everything.
Yeah. And it was
5 of us. We brought
6 gallons.
6 gallons of that, along with 2 coolers full of
If a
shit.
cop rolled up on us and was like, "What are you guys drinking?" "Oh, we're drinking this 6 gallons."
Isn't that the year the cop pulled up on us?
Not the first year.
I thought that was. Oh no, because it wasn't that year, because it was the second year when we had more people that.
And we needed the juice. We didn't have the juice.
Yeah,
we did, but we again fucked up.
That's another good story, though.
We went to go fill it up inside the second time, but we didn't have the same cooler. I don't know where it went. I loaned it to someone. I missed out on it.
Yeah.
So we go to the liquor store / food store, which was awesome. They had there, and we got a styrofoam cooler. We're like, dude, we'll just fill this up and bring it out. Dude, we should have filled it up on the fucking boat. We didn't. So me and Jimmy go to pick it up.
Well, we also didn't have a ladle or anything, so it was tough too. But
no, but it had a spout. It had a spout.
Styrofoam cooler did? I don't remember that. I remember I brought one of those like real cheap jugs, and it like leaked bad.
But anyway, so me and Jimmy go to pick up this probably 5-gallon styrofoam cooler filled with shit. Handle snaps. We're both holding the handle, and the sides ripped off. So now 6 gallons of fucking juice all over
$300 of liquor,
all over his kitchen counter. We're cleaning it up. We're like, where are the towels? We go downstairs to get it, and like, I go down there, and I'm like, Dwyer, not only is there a big mess up there, but I'm like, dude, your fucking ceiling is leaking. He's like, now there's another problem. So he comes down. He's like, what the fuck? And he's like, it's red. It's the fucking juice going through the floor.
Yeah, it was brutal.
5-6 gallons has got to go somewhere. Of course, it's going to go through his fucking floor.
Yeah.
So that was an absolute nightmare.
That was a nightmare.
But I forget exactly what we did. I don't think we went and made jungle juice. I think we just were like, dude, we didn't need it.
Well, because we already had. Again, that year we had, I don't know, 8 of us.
Who was there that year?
It was me, you. This is just the dudes, I think.
Yeah, no, it was the dudes for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is before the girls came. Me, you, Jimmy, Pluter, Snick.
I felt like that was the 3rd year. But yeah, maybe.
Well, that was the core group for a few years.
Because because remember this, it was Flynn was there.
Flynn was there the 1 year. Yeah, that's
the
true.
first 2 years actually.
Okay, that's right.
Flynn was there for the first year. The first year, I'm not gonna name names, but Tim was there, and all those guys. That time happened with Flynn. Then the next
Ryan
time,
Trabalka.
Yeah.
I'll name him. That motherfucker tried to fight me that weekend. He could suck a dick.
So then,
Ginger fucking suck my dick. I wasn't gonna fight him in Wires. I'll fight him in my house.
Then the next year, it was a small group because Jimmy had a wedding.
Well, he left. That was that year.
Yes,
that's the one where we tied him down to the bed.
Jimmy had a wedding.
I have pictures still
Flynn
of us
stayed with us, and Flynn came back with Dwyer. It was just the 4 of us the last day.
Yeah,
and I feel like Pluta came up for a day.
Oh, because that's the night we went to the girl, Big John, and all that. We went to her house, right? The other night I ruined that chimney. They had that like potbelly stove, and I like knocked it off its axis. That dude tried to fight somebody tried to fight Big John that weekend.
Not one of us.
One of our guys. Jimmy, I think.
Oh, no. What happened was... No. Ready? So that was year 3. Okay. So now we're going to year 3. That's with Snick, Pluta, you, me, Dwyer, obviously, Jimmy. I think that was it.
I think that was it. One of those years was... We came with a skeleton group, but it was a great fucking trip.
The skeleton group was the second year.
Yeah.
Second year. And then the third year, that's the
year...
Then
we started bringing girlfriends. At some point.
No, that was the problem of the trip the first year.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
We didn't bring any girlfriends. The other dudes did.
Well, and then at some point, I had to bring Sam, and Nikki came, and everything.
That was the fourth and final.
Yeah, that was
the last dance.
Yeah, and that was the one where the cops pulled up to our boat.
The cops pulled up to our boat,
and they were like, "I want to see enough life jackets for you guys," and we're like, "Good, we totally have that, no problem."
But they pulled up on us on the third year though.
But we had enough life jackets or whatever. We were
the third year was because the Sunday.
What year was the anchor thing? Where Jimmy threw the anchor off board that wasn't tied to the boat. We just lost an anchor.
Snick was there, so I don't think there's any ladies there.
I think Snick was there every year. I don't think I've ever been up there without Snick. I don't think I have. Maybe you were.
Dude,
because you went on trips that I wasn't there.
What?
I think so, because they talked about
no.
trips.
I always missed out on those.
Okay, yeah, because
a piece of garbage.
I know Jimmy goes up there without.
Jimmy and Pluto would go up there for years before I went.
That's what I'm saying. Is I've always been a fringe guy in that group anyway, because I'm older than you guys, so I was always like a fringe guy.
Yeah,
I'm always even the trips to Green Bay. I was always the last guy. Literally, Snick texted me like the day before, and couldn't believe I said yes on the first Green Bay trip.
That's awesome. That's always fun to go on a trip like.
Well, yeah, he was like, "Do you want to go to the Giants Green Bay game tomorrow?" And I was like,
"It's in Green Bay."
I was like, "Yeah, how are we getting there?" He was like, "Driving." I was like, "All right, cool. When are we leaving?" He was like, "Are you for real?" I was like, "Yeah, whatever, man. Yeah, I'm good." And he was like, "You haven't asked how much it costs." If you're going, I know it's not
that much.
I know I can afford it if Pluto's going.
Yeah, if all these other guys are making the trip.
Well, Pluto's an Eagles fan. I was like, if he's going, I know it's cheap. I was like, I know it's not a lot of money if we're going with all Eagles. I'm the only Giants fan going. You're the only Packers fan.
Yeah.
Everybody else going is a Jets or Eagles fan.
It's so weird to go to a game for not like for your team, but
I saw Plaxico Burress today. Was the American
Plax?
Yeah.
Was he armed?
No.
Did he have his gun on?
No, but my dad, I did get a quick joke in. My dad was like, "Doesn't he have a kid who's like coming up in college or something right now?" I was like, "I think he shot his dick off. I don't think it works." I mixed a little 8 Mile in with, but no, it was no problem. But
yeah, back to the camping stuff.
Oh yeah,
I guess camping. It's not really. Camping,
it's not camping because it's in a beautiful house.
We should have camped like.
I don't know. That house is fucking awesome, dude. I fucking love that place.
I know.
I mean, we do torment each other in it, but I love it.
It was so much fun.
I like that mental torture kind of stuff. But
it was a lot of fun.
That time with the cops, we didn't have enough life jackets technically on. So what we were doing is passing it around like hot potato and circling them through. And the cop was just kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we were just passing them around. He didn't like ask us to each put them on.
Yeah.
But we had like 6 life vests for 10 or 12 people. And we were like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, no, I remember that. But I'm trying to. I think every year.
That was that group. That was the year that we had the. No, the first year was the year we had the one group that just smoked weed the whole time.
Yeah. And I definitely joined in with them, but
you joined in, but you'd come hang out with us. Like
I took like a 15-minute break and hung out with them, and then went back and drank with everyone.
That's what I'm saying. Is they just didn't associate.
I think the thing about the trip, the biggest part of it is the drinking.
Well, yeah,
because like we're aggressively drinking. We're not like just kicking back and like hanging out. We were like playing cards, but then it turns into kings or like
Yeah. And now it probably would be more of a just chill kind of, not getting just fucking hammered day and night.
Yeah, I think once the jungle juice stopped, I took more of a role of like, I'll take a jet ski and like stay sober enough to drive that.
Yeah.
Like
I don't even want a boat license because I don't want to be an emergency guy.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, because I realized not the worst part, but if you're drinking on the boat, it's like drinking in a hot tub, dude. Like you get the sea legs and like you're in the sun all day, you're in the water, like you're gonna get fucking drained.
Well, that's what happened to you the one year when you passed out at John's.
That was the first year?
I think so. I can't remember, but yeah, I think so because I didn't know you that well yet. That was like my first time like partying with you. Because I saw you at the Hopper and stuff, but I'd see.
Because the first year, wasn't that the Mick story?
Actually,
we came back with the Mick story.
Yeah, I think it was.
Came back with a Mick story the first year.
Yeah, I think so.
Second year. So I drove up with you.
Drove back. I think you drove up with Dwyer. Because you drove back with me.
Maybe. It
was the ride back we did the Mick thing.
Yeah, but I remember the trip because we had road sodas on the way up.
Yeah. Oh well, I don't know. But I think I drove up there.
All the trips are a blur at this point.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking great time. Fucking
yeah, I know.
I wish we could do it one more good time.
I mean, we could just rent a lake house. By the way, it's
yeah, but it's fun with that group.
I know, but I'm saying we could do it with that group. Like we could just tell them, hey, we're gonna rent the lake house. I mean, we could probably just go to Dwyer's.
Was it the Anchor?
No. I think Dwyer has a hard time with scheduling. I mean, especially lives in a different state.
Yeah, but he still goes up and stuff.
I know he goes up, but he's got a whole family schedule thing that they like. I don't know. For some reason, I don't know why.
I'm trying to get us another trip.
Now, especially that they're all adults, I don't know why they don't just go, hey, listen, why don't two of us go up at the same time with our three friends? Because the one time I went up with just his college friends.
Oh, yeah. I remember hearing about that time.
Well, yeah, I went up with none of
and with our Sam, though, too, right?
I drove from Boston.
Oh, my God.
And I went and met them at like 2 a.m. And like, I had the reputation of being this guy who's coming in as an animal. And
2 in the fucking morning in the middle of nowhere.
And I came in, and I just had moved somebody. I did 2 moves that day. So I went and moved my aunt out of whatever, Lakewood, New Jersey, or wherever the hell she was. And I had to move half that stuff up to Boston. So I had to do a full move in Boston and half a move in Lakewood or whatever. And I did all the driving. And then I drove, the same day I drove back out to Lake Wallenpaupack.
Yeah.
So
it's a nice drive out there, by the way. It's
only
like
not
an
from
hour.
Boston.
No, but from when we would take it, it's a nice
like 2 hours.
Route.
It's
2? I thought it was like only an hour and a half.
I think it's about 2 hours because you gotta cut through Jefferson and all that crap. It's pretty.
Yeah, we would go through like Sparta and shit.
Yeah, but it is a nice ride. It goes by nice and quick because it's a nice easy ride.
Yeah,
but
it's a nice time.
So I got there like 2, and Sam's obviously shot.
Was she moving too?
No, she was just kind of with me, but she was obviously dead.
Yeah.
And actually, Dwyer gave us his parents' room there because he was like, "You don't know anybody here." Blah blah.
Yeah, that would be weird.
But you know that I've never been in that room other than that because it's usually locked when we go.
Yeah.
So Sam goes up to bed. It's 2:15, and I just start partying.
And they're partying too.
Yeah.
Are they winding down or they're going nuts?
Well, when I got there, because they were starting to quiet up, and there was like 8 of them. All of a sudden, I got there, and like 6 of them were like, "All right, we're gonna start doing cocaine." I was like, "All right,
we got to catch up to the guy who's sober."
Yeah, I was like, "All right, whatever, man. I'll just drink with you guys," and we partied hard till like 6. Wow. And then at like 9, they woke us up and were like, "Hey, we're going on the boat." I'm like, "All right, let's go on the boat." And they were like, "Man, you're fine?" I was like, Yeah, I only drank. I didn't do cocaine all night.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
I just drank for a couple. I'm tired. Yeah,
dude. But the thing is, if you go out on the boat, you could always get rid of the hangover by jumping in the water.
I don't know about a cocaine hangover. These guys acted like they died the night before.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I'm fine, dude. Let's go. I'm just tired. Well, you said I just drank through. I'm still drunk. It doesn't matter. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm just a drunk guy. I feel fine.
The hangover, when especially you're away, even down the shore, like, it goes away with the weather and like the good time. But the cocaine, dude, your fucking head's probably pounding. I don't know, but
I don't know either. Again, I've tried cocaine, once.
I've tried it,
and it was just I don't know. I didn't notice anything.
It's not that good.
I didn't.
The worst part was the next day. I woke up with the worst headache, feeling sick, and I'm like, I understand why people get addicted.
I just don't think I did enough to do anything. Same as I've had this theory with weed before too, because it's just I don't know. I didn't notice any noticeable difference.
Yeah.
So I probably didn't do enough, or it was bad stuff, or something.
Well, if you need weed journeys, I'll take you on one. I'll let you touch the other side of that.
I figured that out by now.
But damn, dude. So are they ripping lines now on the boat too? Like, how do you fucking keep going the next day?
I don't think so. I think they did get a couple. Once they got a couple, White Claws or whatever the fuck gay drinks they were drinking in them, they got back. They came back. And a couple of them took naps throughout the day, and we went and we partied through the weekend. It was good. We had a good time still, but it was different. It was different than hanging out with you guys, where I know that I can torment you guys at night and stuff.
Well, that was kind of part of the fun too. It was like whoever fell asleep first.
It was
just like
life.
A sleepover when you're like 10 years old.
Yeah,
it's like
we went.
Fucked,
we went immediate little kids. It was great. Yeah. You try and lock your door. That means I'm going to break the fucking door down. And we're going to play really, really loud, absurd music in your room.
Yeah. Well, because the other thing, too, is, like, if you went to bed and we didn't do that, we couldn't play the music as loud as we were without waking you up anyway. So we're going to make sure you're down here with us.
Like I slightly referenced before with the Jimmy thing. When he said he had to go to a wedding early the next morning, we tied him to the bed with ratchet straps.
Yeah, dude, it was so tight, too. It was so tight.
Yeah,
Did he wake up the next day?
There was a real concern he was going to die.
Did he wake up the next day?
Yeah, he got to the wedding somehow. He squirmed out of there. I don't know. I think because the mattress was soft, he was able to probably get some wiggle room, but...
Oh, dude, that is a nightmare, though, to wake up to.
Oh, my God, dude.
In the middle of nowhere.
Waking up strapped to a bed with stuck assholes.
Hungover and you don't remember what happened.
Yeah, just fucked up. Like, I have to go to a wedding.
2 hours away or whatever.
Yeah. And I think he was sharing a bed with Pluto, so he probably just, I'll be honest, Pluto probably just let him out.
I don't know. I don't remember, but it's fun to not remember.
Asleep.
Yeah. That was still a fun time. The time I did get fucked up and we went to
John's.
Yeah, John's, and
you passed out in the bathroom. That was fun.
The problem was we ordered a fuck ton of food. And it took forever.
It took
for
a
it
very
to come
long time.
And
you were screaming at people about the water. You were like, "Where the fuck is my water?" We were there for like 30 seconds, and you were like, "Why the fuck don't I have water yet?"
Yeah, dude.
Like you were just fucked up.
I was so blacked out.
Yeah, it was fine.
It's not like I'm gonna go to John's and they're gonna remember.
Well, and we tipped the fuck out of them anyway.
Yeah, but I always hated doing shit like that.
Well, yeah, but we tipped the hell out of those
I
guys.
also
they thought it was funny.
The joke
anyway.
was on me because fucking 45 minutes later, I'm in the bathroom throwing up.
Yeah,
on the floor, swimming around it, and then I come out and like try and eat my whatever fucking sandwich I got.
Yeah, I think we like each ordered a pizza. It was nuts.
We got like a bunch of pies for the table, and then we got like individual burgers or whatever.
Food. It was crazy.
But like, what the?
It was nuts, but we had a great time.
It was such a good time, dude. Wish I could go back to it. Like our lives are just so different. Like
so, last night I had a weird night.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for this one.
So last night I was doing some gambling,
on the last night was the Eagles and
Packers
in Brazil game, and I
also weird game. Why Brazil, dude?
I laid out. Apparently, they have the second highest foreign fan base. So they have whatever
for those teams, though. Come on.
Apparently, they have whatever 4 million fans or something in Brazil,
and they stream it on Peacock.
Mexico is 2, and Brazil or Mexico is 1, and Brazil's 2. Apparently, in like foreign markets. Somehow they're above London even, but even though we play fucking 3 games a year in London.
Yeah. Well, they speak the language that we speak, so it's easier. The business deals are easier.
Anyway, apparently they're getting a pretty good showing. I don't know. I have no idea why.
And they played
Eagles
on the
and Packers
soccer
are a good
stadium?
team, so maybe they played in the soccer stadium. The stadium looked cool as hell, actually.
Really?
But I had about $800 in bets on the game last night. Just because I saw openings. You know, I knew Saquon's going to be a fucking animal.
What were some of the, like, did you take any straight bets? Just like one player?
Well, I had Saquon for 2 touchdowns. That hit.
Just straight?
Just straight.
Nice.
2 touchdowns, Saquon. I had Jalen Hurts for over 200 passing yards. I had Jordan Love for over 250 passing yards. I had, shit like that. I had some rushing yard stuff for Jacobs and Barkley. A lot of times what I'll do is when I make a parlay, I'll pick 2 or 3 things from it to make straight bets as well.
Gotcha.
So I'll make a straight bet on a couple things, and then I'll parlay them anyway. Just because, a lot of times when we make a parlay, you're sitting there waiting on one leg.
Yeah.
So the stuff I feel pretty confident about, I'll make a separate bet on as well.
And so what are you putting on just Saquon?
Well, the Saquon 2 touchdowns, I think was plus 500. I put, I think, $20 on it.
Wow.
For a couple $100.
Wow.
It wasn't anything crazy. What was crazy is I had a bet for Xavier Worthy to have 2 touchdowns Thursday. Saquon for 2 touchdowns Friday. Dalton Kincaid for 2 touchdowns Sunday, and Devon Achane for 1 touchdown Sunday. So far, those 2 have both hit.
3.
That bet,
Oh,
2. It's 2 tomorrow, and 2 already happened.
Nice.
But that bet is a $15 bet for $42,000.
That's tremendous.
If at 1 o'clock tomorrow, Dalton Kincaid scores 2 touchdowns and Devon Achane doesn't score 1, I'm flying to Miami. We're gonna have
and you
problem.
Can't cash out at this point.
They have not offered me a cash out. Maybe if Kincaid gets 2,
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they'll go, hey, let's cut some losses here.
Yeah.
But
will you cash out?
It depends what they offered. If they offered me fucking $34,000, yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah.
If they offered me $10,000, no. But
betting, especially at this point in your bet, like tomorrow is the biggest day of your life. Like
no, I
at least for tomorrow.
I do
at least for tomorrow.
I do a lot. I do a lot of betting, so this happens.
But I mean,
sometimes.
this is awesome.
This would easily be my biggest hit, especially for a $15 bet. But
it happens every year. I see it. It almost happens every week. Someone
puts
some kind
of crazy bet. Yeah,
they put a bet even on all of the games, just who's gonna win.
Yep.
And they fucking cover it somehow, like, and that hits. It's a crazy 12, 13 leg parlay that just
works exactly. And again, I make bets that are much safer as well.
Yeah.
To hedge, but I throw a couple wild ones out there, cause why not?
Yeah.
So that one's pretty cool, but so I hit a few bets last night I ended up about probably $400.
It's huge.
Yeah, overall, yeah, great, because that doesn't include I have $800 in bets that are like season long.
Nice.
So those are already covered. already passed and up about 400 on just new money, completely
That's awesome.
new money.
Yeah, so you have a lot to play with Sunday.
So I was here alone at the house. The game's ending, and I was like, all right, cool. I'm going to go to the bar. So I went down to the American Legion here. I went to karaoke. Hung out. I didn't sing. I went up, hung out for a little while, talked to people, did my normal thing. Then I walked over to the boathouse, also here across the street. Walked there. Actually, on the walk there, I puked on the sidewalk.
With a friend that needed to puke, or you needed to puke?
No. That was just a little problem. So I just puked while I walked, in case. But if anybody's here in Washington, I'm sorry, it was me. So I puked on the walk. I walk into the Legion. I ran into Gil, who I was hoping would come on tonight, but we
got Chris over there. It's fine.
Yeah. We another co-host who doesn't show up, right? No. I ran into him. I talked to him for a while. Had a few more drinks. Blah blah blah. Hanging out. At some point, I punched a brick wall. Who knows? Don't know what happened there. But I leave the boathouse. It's about 2 a.m.
But you said you were at the Legion and saw Gil. You went to the boathouse?
No, boathouse.
Okay,
Gil.
So you went
Gil
from Legion, puked, boathouse.
Yeah, on the walk to the boathouse, I puked. Like just mid-step, just puked quick little.
I've been there, dude.
And then
why am I going to stop?
Wiped the beard, make sure we're good.
Yeah.
Walked into the boathouse. Everything was fine. Talked for a while with him, have this conversation. Now it's 2:00. They closed. It's lurker time. It's lurker looking time. When I was walking into the post, there was a homeless guy asleep on the bench that they just put in front of the post.
You got the new post at the post.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah, there was a guy sleeping on the bench. Whatever, he's got his stuff with him. He was a homeless guy. Who cares? I walked home for some reason. I took my shoes off and then left and was like, I'm gonna go lurker looking. Just walked over to the Legion to see if anybody was draggling. And I see this woman as the homeless guy is now awake, and she's causing a stir
with him.
Yeah, and he's just kind of like, dude, I'm just trying to sleep here.
So she doesn't want him sleeping.
Yeah. Well, so.
And where do you know? You don't know anything about this woman.
I don't know either of the two people in this conversation.
You just know this guy is trying to sleep.
I just know the local environment here, and I know that guy's been sleeping on that bench for a few hours without a problem.
Okay.
And I hear her starting to, she's getting rowdy. So I was like,
is she like dressed up like she was just out drinking, or is she dressed up like she came out of her house?
Yoga pants and flip-flops with like a cami on.
And not a CVS bag.
She was not drunk.
Okay.
She was like put together-ish.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. She had makeup on. She looked like a normal person you'd see out at like 3 p.m.
3 p.m?
Like yeah, she just looked like a normal person. She wasn't disheveled, and she wasn't like I've been out at a bar for hours.
Okay.
She was just kind of normal. I don't know, but not normal for 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I walk over and I'm like, "Hey, what's going on here? What's the problem?"
Do you know the guy's name?
No.
All right.
But I was like, "What's the problem?" And the dude who was sleeping on the bench was like,
"I'm trying to sleep on this bench.
I'm just trying to sleep on this fucking bench. That's all. I'm not trying to start any trouble, nothing, whatever." And this woman is like, "Well, I'm going to arrest you and blah, blah, blah." I was like, "Are you a cop?"
She's going to arrest him.
I was like, "Are you a cop?" She goes, "Yes." And I go, "For what?" "For the Belleville Police Department?" And she was like, "Yes." I was like, "So you're a Belleville cop?" She goes, "Yes." I go, "Okay."
Do you know any Belleville cops?
Yeah, I know. I know plenty.
Okay. Do you drop any names at this point?
No, I go, "Okay, what's your badge number?"
Okay. She
goes, "I don't have to share that with you." I go, "Well, if you're an active cop making an arrest, you do, actually." I was like, Also, most cops don't make arrests in flip-flops.
Yeah.
And don't stand in the middle of the road. And aren't 5'6", 115 pounds.
Yeah.
And have some sort of ID. Like, do you have identification?
Yeah.
She goes, I do. I don't have to show you. I go, okay, well, if you're going to make an arrest, you have to show him. Hey, man, ask her for ID.
Yeah.
And she goes, I'm with the FBI. It doesn't matter. I go, that it matters even more, to be honest.
All right, so what the fuck?
I was like, so now you're with the FBI and the Belleville police? She goes, no. I go, well, then, can you identify yourself? She goes, I've already done that. I go, no, you haven't. In fact, you've done worse than identify yourself.
So she's definitely not an FBI agent or a cop.
Absolutely not.
So
so then I was like, okay, so you're not a cop at all. And she goes, but I'm gonna be. I go, probably not now.
Yeah, not now.
I was like, probably not after this situation.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna maybe we just, because she actually at this point, I'll be honest, she was still sticking to her guns. She's Belleville cops. Because Belleville cops drove by and she's like, that was us. See, look at that. They have they're backing me up. I go, that's just Belleville cops driving down Washington Ave with their lights on. They have an emergency to go to. They didn't stop here or anything. They just drove by.
That's my backup.
And she kept saying us. She kept saying us. I was like, okay, how about this? I was like, how about this? I'll call the Belleville Police Department and talk to the officer at the desk, and we'll just corroborate the story. You know, we'll get your badge number. You could talk to him. I don't need your badge number, I guess. And she's like, you know, you should do that. Okay. I knew the number. I put my phone here, and she just starts taking off. All right. She just starts walking down the road briskly. And cop answers, and I go, hey, listen, man. I got a woman here who's identifying herself as a police officer and trying to tell this homeless guy he can't be on a public park bench. And he's like, you got somebody pretending to be a police officer? I'm like, yeah, totally. And he was like, all right, I'm sending people. Where are you? I was like, I'm in front of the American Legion. He's like, right now? I was like, well, technically I started to kind of follow her because she walked to the thing. I was like,
so at this point you're walking towards her.
So she's I'm just trying to see where she went.
Okay. But you can still see her
100 yards in front of me. So
you still see her walking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, just because she's the only person walking. It's 3:00 in the morning now.
Okay.
But she's 120 yards ahead of me probably.
Okay.
And I'm talking to the guy. I was like, well, right now I'm in front of the gas station, but, you know, the guy she was talking to is in front of the American Legion. I could meet your officers there.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, well, so following her then, and we'll send officers. Okay. Walk back to the Legion. There's, 3-4 cops show up. They pull in. But now the karaoke people are getting out.
Yeah.
Like the people who run karaoke are getting out.
Okay.
There's 3 cop cars out front, and they see me, and they're like, Joe, my God, what the hell is going on? And I was like, everything's fine. It's okay. I'm actually the one who called them here. Everything's okay. And so they're like, oh, man, this is nuts. And I was like, I'm being a vigilante by being an anti-vigilante. I'm taking vigilantes off the streets here. I'm de-Batmaning the streets.
So what are the cops' first impression? They're like, we gotta find this bitch?
The cop comes up and is like, you're the guy who called? I'm like, yep. And you know how I normally dress. So I was in my... Actually, I told the guy on the phone, the cop on the phone this. I was like, I'm in a T-shirt. It's got the Kool-Aid Man on it. It says, let's start a cult. And I'm wearing a name tag that says Joe. They'll see me if they drive down the road.
At that point, he's like, fuck, I just sent people to this guy.
And he's like, all right, well, whatever. So they get there, and they're like, all right, what's up, man? And I was like, so I explained the situation. And the cop is like, all right, well, we're canvassing the area. We're going to find this chick. I was like, I mean, she probably got home by now. It's been like 15 minutes. I assume she lives close.
Yeah.
But I was like, I mean, we have a delicate ecosystem here. The homeless people keep away shittier homeless people. And he's like, what? I was like, well, we got Gus. You know, he canvasses ShopRite.
He's got that area.
He's got ShopRite to Essex cigars down. Sometimes he even goes up all the way up Greylock to the school and screams at that. That's fucking great news for us. He keeps away most. And then we got Naz, who sits quietly in front of Walgreens, but he sits very quietly. So he keeps away, you know, it keeps the pay, the rent down in this neighborhood.
And now what is this guy saying?
And the cop is like, and I was like, now we got this new guy and she's trying to scare him away. And he's like, are you weaponizing the homeless? I was like, it's keeping the area safe. He was like, what? I was like, dude, if shit happens, I can go ask Gus. People aren't afraid to commit a crime in front of a homeless guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, like he kind of was like, man, that's kind of pretty good. I was like, you guys are terrible at this.
So at any point, do they get in the car and go find her?
They were just were canvassing the neighborhood. I just gave her a description. The homeless guy didn't want to talk to the police, which understandable.
Yeah.
But I spoke on his behalf. And
this is my corner.
And I was pretty drunk. Well, he was like, I'm newly homeless. It's my first 12 hours. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay. And I was like, all right, well, I mean, I'll tell you, this park bench is going to be tough. In the morning, the sun comes right up over this spot. You're going to get nailed. You want to sleep other side of the road.
Yeah.
Because you're sleeping fucking east face. Dude, 5:45 in the morning, you're getting cracked. So I was like, just a little pro tip. You want to sleep in the opposite side of the road. You actually probably want to find a bus stop because there's a cover. You'll get a little more darkness. But, hey, man, do your thing. Got to think about that kind of stuff when you're homeless. But this guy was like, and so after the cops left, I tried to sit down with him for a few minutes and was like, hey, what are you, how'd you end up here? What happened?
Yeah.
And he was like, dude, just fell on hard times, dude. This is horrible. And he asked, I gave him some directions to the shelter or whatever, the one he knew that he wanted to go to. And he was like, I'm going to go tomorrow. I was like, because I offered him an Uber too. He's like, they're closed now. I was like, at least you'll be close. And then he goes, yeah, but then I'm in the middle of Newark. I go, makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
So whatever, he was going to head there today. But on my way out, the karaoke people were leaving, who I know pretty well. I'm friends with. And they hit me with, hey, I got these door prizes. Do you want them? Do you want them?
What are they?
And I was like, what do you mean door prizes and what door? Because I was here today. There's no door prize. She goes, it was a potluck I worked at. I was like, okay. She handed me this welcome box, which I plan on planting at a local bar and putting suggestions in for us to talk about on this podcast. So we'll find out about that in the future.
That's going to be fun.
And a cowbell that says ring for beer on it. And that's it.
That's pretty awesome.
So at 3:30 in the morning, with me drunk with no shoes on, she hands me a cowbell in the middle of Washington Ave after I had just called the police on a vigilante.
And you need to ring this bell.
Oh, I was like the fucking town crier. I was walking around. Bing, 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 bing. I didn't even realize what this was until I got back, and I was like, this is a box. The hell? I don't know what the fuck you're supposed to keep in this welcome box. I don't know. Sam says keys. Again, if you fill this box with keys, I have big hands. If you fill this box with keys, you're gonna have a hard time finding an individual key that matters. This is a big ass box.
I think it's a good box for suggestions, though. Do you think we write? Hey, you can't even fit that in there, dude.
It's damn close, though. This is a fucking gallon. It's damn close to fitting. But, yeah, I think we write suggestion here. I'm just going to put a piece of duct tape. Suggestions.
Yeah.
But, so that was the end of that exchange. And then she goes, hey, did you give him any food? I go, what do you think, I'll walk around Pop-Tarts in my pocket or something?
Yeah, what?
The hell? I was like, you saw my entire interaction with that guy.
I have no shoes on.
And she goes, all right, I'm gonna go get a McDonald's because the McDonald's right there. Okay, cool. He said he doesn't want any food, but whatever. So she just peeled out, fucking rips it, going away, going to McDonald's. All right, great. So I don't know what happened there. I'll get an update on that next Friday, but you know, and then I made a cryptic Facebook message, or Facebook
Caption.
What's it called when you just post an idea? The what's on your mind thing.
I don't know. I don't have Facebook.
A post, I guess.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
The thing that says what's on your mind.
Yeah.
Like it asks what your thoughts are. I guess it's just a post. I made like this cryptic post that was like, hey, if any of you guys need anybody, you can reach out to me at any time. It's 4 a.m, like a fucking maniac.
You're just asking for suggestions for the podcast.
No, it wasn't. It was just, hey, if any of you guys are falling on hard times, Joe Tats is here for you if you need. Just message me. I was like, we can reconnect. I love you guys. I love all of you. If you're my friend on here, then we are true friends, and I love you. It's still up there. I've gotten some wild comments on it. You know, women in their 60s love that kind of stuff, and that's the people who've commented on it. It's pretty cool. But, you know, we'll see if it turns into... It got a ton of likes, actually, which is weird.
Yeah, Chris, can you pull that up?
Yeah, Chris, can you rock up my Facebook? That'd be fantastic. Man, that's a good breath right there. Oh, yeah. But other than that, that was my night.
That's a wild night right there.
Then I did wake up this morning at 8:15ish. I had to go to the bathroom, and my bathroom is downstairs from me, so I had to walk down the stairs. And then, of course, the baby and Sam were already awake down here, so I walked down here, still drunk, and on like 3 hours of sleep.
Ugh.
And I had to pee, but obviously then I can't just walk back upstairs. I'm already an ogre. I can't pull that off. But I was able to trick Joe into going into his room. So I laid down in his bed and started falling asleep. And he had found the bell. Yeah.
He comes back full circle.
He found the motherfucking cowbell. And at 8:45 this morning, I was trying to sleep in a twin-size bed, a twin-size race car bed, and I have a person ringing a cowbell against the side of my head. It wasn't nearby.
Bing,
it was hitting me in the head with a fucking cowbell while I tried to sleep. So I am exhausted. But thank God I had some energy juice. Little vodka cranberry.
Red's Fed.
Yeah, Red's Fed. The communist juice. No, it's Fed because made in the U.S. I don't know why they call it that.
Yeah, it's a weird name to be made in the U.S.
I know. I don't know why fucking U.S. made vodka. They're like, I have an idea. Let's make it sound fucking really fucked up. I guess people think Russian vodka is better, but I don't know. They're like, made in the U.S. Let's come up with something that starts with 2 consonants that don't make sense together. Do it. SV. Come on now. Name another word that starts with SV that makes any goddamn sense.
I was going to say Sfiadel, but I don't even think it starts with it.
I don't even know what that word is.
Sfiadel? It's
yeah.
a pastry.
Oh, well, that fucking sounds gay.
It's like a really good croissant. It's way better than a croissant.
So like more butter or less butter?
It's bigger.
It's like a
and
sweeter
it's got more
croissant?
of an air pocket.
Oh.
It doesn't have a weird roll. Like, it's layered like a croissant, but it doesn't have the weird ends where it's rolled like that. It's more of like a big puffy pastry.
So is it like Swedish or is it?
I think it's Italian.
Italian?
Yeah.
Italians don't usually fuck with those kind of words.
Sfiadel. But I don't think it starts with a V. I think there's an F in it and there's a silent G.
Sfiadel. I mean,
I don't have my phone or anything.
And I respect you
Chris
as a
sucks.
I respect you as a person. So I think you don't say things fucked up like Italian, like Jersey Italians do. Like
Zapolis or Zapolas?
Zapolas is the craziest goddamn thing in the world to me.
What do you call it?
Zeppoli?
Zeppoli, yeah.
I just do it American. I understand that
yeah.
that's not correct, but Zapola? It's fucking, you ignore literally most of the words, most of the letters of the word.
Yeah.
It's Galamad is not even fucking close to calamari. It's not even a goddamn, it's not in the same goddamn stratosphere.
There's more letters that aren't in it.
Yeah, it's fucking it's nuts. I know people joke about gabagool, which capicola or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. I don't even know what that is still. Fine. But and prosciutto, okay, you cut off part of the word. Yeah. It's cutting it off. You're not just fucking ignoring most of it and making a new word. Galamad is I think A is the only word that's in both.
Yeah. Arguably the C.
Not when Sam's family says it. There's a G. It's a Galamad.
I wonder what it is. Like, is it Jersey or is it like
I don't know
Italian American?
Maybe it's just all Italian Americans are in Jersey or Florida. That could be it.
Just say things.
Because like every time I leave this state, people have no idea what the fuck they're. Well, people just don't know what the hell their background is in other states. They just don't know.
I don't know.
You go to North Carolina, ask somebody, "Hey, what are you?" They go, "American."
Yeah.
They don't say like, "Oh, I'm part Swiss and all."
I actually say American because I don't really know exactly what I am.
Yeah, but you have a fucking concept, an idea.
Yeah,
I didn't do a 23andMe, but I know.
I did a 23andMe. I'm waiting.
Oh, there you go.
Got another couple weeks, but
okay, that should be fun. We'll do it unveiling.
Yeah, but I heard that shit isn't even true.
What do you mean? That's a rabbit hole. All right, what's up?
I think the truer part is probably like when you connect with people on there that have done it in your family. Because you fill out a couple questions of like who your grandparents are and who their parents are.
I guess when you go back, 20 generations, I mean, everybody comes from the same basic.
Yeah, but I'm saying like basically like you could find out like distant cousins and stuff. I get that,
but I'm saying like what are you saying is inaccurate about the
inaccurate is
rest of the process
when it tells you you're 70% this 80%, you know what I mean? That part isn't necessarily true. It's taking like an estimate.
Well, but like a very educated estimate.
Yeah, I wish I had the Goog to.
Yeah, but I feel like that's a rabbit hole right there.
It is a rabbit hole, but it's not 100%. Like you're better off finding out like your family tree and shit through it.
My main thing with that stuff is where they're like, hey, we found that people did crimes and stuff based on like your daughter did 23andMe, and now
and they find out they find
like,
people.
Okay, well this is a.
I haven't seen any of those.
This is somebody
That's a thing.
Well, so for a long time it was private, and now
it's public.
At some point, it was like the FBI or NSA or somebody was like, "Hey, we can use this."
Fuck, dude! I just put that in. Not that I'm like hiding anything.
Well, it's not you'd be hiding anything, but like so.
But I also wonder because
some of it is like they go, okay, well, so this DNA is a 98% match.
Yeah.
Then we can use that strand to figure out who was in that area at that time. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's admissible in court, but I think it is. I've heard of the scenario brought up. I don't know if it's ever actually come to fruition,
I mean, it's cool. It's a cool concept.
But it's
smart.
It's great concept for like a movie, a Minority Report type movie,
or Black Mirror type shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's a cool concept for that. I suppose.
Sorry, I keep yawning. I'm not yawning to the conversation.
Oh yeah, I get it. Like I said, I'm on no sleep right now, and I got to get up early for football tomorrow. I got 2 games at 8 a.m. and 9:15 tomorrow in Pennsylvania.
All right, yeah, we should call it.
Yeah, whatever. Again, I'm okay. I'm fine, but I'm gonna be shot tomorrow. I gotta wake up 5:30ish and then drive out to Pennsylvania, and then go play 8 o'clock, 9:15, 2 games, and then I come back and I do a full day here.
Full day of drinking and eating and watching football.
Drinking, eating, watching football, betting, watching the baby. I think my cousin's bringing a kid. There'll probably be 3 or 4 kids here throughout the day.
Nice.
So I got to do some, wrestling. But yeah, it's gonna be. It'll be a fun day. It's gonna be a good day, no matter what. No matter what happens, it's gonna be a good day. Probably gonna put $2,000 on games, and we'll just see what happens. But yeah, we'll have a good day tomorrow. We'll order some food. It's gonna be nice.
Where are you gonna get the food?
I don't know. We'll see. It depends really. Some weeks I'll be honest with you, I get surprised where I'm like I thought there was gonna be 10 or 15 people. 4 showed up.
Yeah.
Again, for those who are watching that don't know the house, my house is pretty much just a meeting spot. So a lot of people just show up. So I don't even really invite them.
It's an open invite always.
Yeah, we just kind of have a frat house kind of vibe with a baby. We're the frat house with a baby. We're doing a real experimental kind of thing. But other than that, I think we've done the thing. I think we nailed this. To be honest, it ran way faster than I thought it was gonna, and I see we're at an hour 10.
Yeah. I mean, the beginning of it was messing around, but yeah, okay. I could probably just edit in the song at this point.
Whatever. We can play it. We have this. It's the same outro, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We fucking
just make sure the volume's low.
I haven't touched my phone, so shit.
Well, I think I put it up a little bit but
well, you might have to edit it anyway because I don't know. I thought it was up here, and here it is. All right, good. We're not even connected to Bluetooth anymore, so goodbye, everybody. I love you guys. Good night.
Wait, play the other one.
All right.
The fucking show would have been crazy. Like, we would have been running through walls all day.
I know. That's what I really like this one, but it is. We could use the outro today. I don't see why not. But it is just. It sounds like we're about to talk fantasy football.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're about to come in hot with hot. We're a hot take show.
For sure.
I like it. I like as a music. I like it. If this just played in the background of my football game tomorrow, for 2 hours, just constantly just kind of riffing, I'd be down with that all day. Oh man, yeah, we fucking nailed that. Are you watching this? Are you seeing this? Because it's the Two Cubes podcast, just even lesser. You can watch the whole damn thing, the whole damn show on YouTube right now. Anytime. Subscribe, like, follow, do whatever the hell you're supposed to do.
The price is free.
The Two Cubes podcast.
Swipe right on.
Might be the worst thing you listen today, but that's only if you only listen to one thing today.
That actually.